This is Gaurav, and I am from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I have completed my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering in 2024.
What were your childhood dreams and aspirations?
When I was in my school, I used to think how the embedded systems, how these smart technologies working, how the robots are working, what is behind them, how our computers are working. Then after completing my 12th, I got to know about EC branch. There I can learn about electronics, about the semiconductor industries. Like after completing my BTech, I joined Emertxe.
Why did you choose embedded systems and why did you join Emertxe?
When I was in my college, I took Electronics and Communication Engineering. At that time, I got to know about the microcontrollers, how the controllers can control the embedded systems, what are sensors, actuators. And then in my third year, I got to know about Emertxe. So I did an online internship in Emertxe. There I learned about how we can program the microcontrollers using C language or C++ language. After completing my BTech, I joined Emertxe for further upskillment of my skills.
What was the hardest part you faced when you started learning this program?
Most difficult part was we can see the embedded system, how it is working, but what is the behind the scenes, how it is working, what language we have to learn. Like normally, if we are saying we have to apply, we have to use a controller. Now, which controller we have to use? For that controller, what protocols we need, what rules we have to follow. This was tough part for me to make it. Then I joined Emertxe. Here I learned about the programming and how we can program this and how we can communicate with the controller so that it can control the complete system.
Was there a time you felt like giving up? What kept you motivated?
In this journey, when I was learning programming, at that time, normally when we are learning a concept, if we are learning, that's not enough. That is completely useless. Now we have to know where we have to use that concept in our real life. What is the real application of that concept? At the starting, I was not able to figure out where I can use this concept. This was a tough part for me. But at Emertxe, I did some projects and assignments. Due to that assignments and projects, I got to know where we can use the concepts.
How did Emertxe's course structure help you understand complex topics and projects?
When we are doing any project and any assignment, before that we have to learn about that. We should know about what we are doing and for what we are doing, how we can do this, and if we are doing something, why we are doing this. The Emertxe course structure is structured in that way. First, we will learn about the basics. If I talk about the C programming, so in C starting, how the code look like, why we are learning C, what's the real application. Then we can move further for the data types which we can use in C and the steps for compiling, for running the code in C. If we are coding something, so how we can code in efficient way. For coding in an efficient way, we can learn the data structure. And now we have learned the how we can program, how we can structurize our code, how we can make it more efficient. Then we have to apply this in our embedded systems. So for embedded systems, we have to apply this code in our some controllers, some microcontrollers. So then we learned about microcontrollers. Then if we code the microcontrollers using the Linux, so it's as we all know, it is a open source platform and it is a huge community.
At what point did you start to feel confident that you have become industry ready?
When I was learning about the microcontrollers, so then I got to know this way we can program the microcontroller. But why we are doing this? And if we are interfacing some device with our microcontroller, if we want to communicate with our controller, we have to learn about the protocols. So in real time, we have to follow the protocols. Like if I tell an example about the protocol, so we have a CAN protocol, which is controller area network, that is hugely used in automotive industry. I made a project based on CAN protocol. There I got to know this way we can communicate with the different sensors, different sensor nodes. We have some ECUs, which is nothing but electronic control unit in our car systems. So there I got to know now I am industry ready. Now I can visualize how things are working.
How did projects at Emertxe build your capability in becoming industry ready?
I have completed 12 projects. 4 I completed in advanced C programming. Start with the very basic project, address book. Then next project which I completed was LSB steganography. So in this project, why we are doing steganography? What is steganography? What are the types of steganography? And in this project, I did image steganography in LSB position. I did a project in MP3 tag reader in which we can read the text of a MP3 audio file. Then next project was lexical analyzer. So in this project, we have to make a mini compiler version. After completing these 4 projects, I started microcontroller. So in microcontroller, I completed 3 projects. Two was based on CAN protocol, which is highly used in automation for automotive industry. Then one more project was car black box. So if any mishappening is happening with our car is crashing somewhere. So at that time, what was the scenario? What was the speed of the car? What was the gear? What was the temperature of the engine? Before this mishappening happened. So then I did some projects in DSA, data structure and algorithm. There I completed inverted search, then arbitrary precision calculator, and one more project was red black tree. I completed 2 projects in Linux internals, which is a mini shell, and TFTP. So TFTP is nothing but a trivial file transfer protocol.
Did assignments and projects influence your interview performance?
By doing projects and assignments, we get to know about how things are working in our real life. If we are going in an interview, if I'm telling him my interviewer that this way we can do these things, interviewer can ask us that okay, so why we are doing this, and can we do some other thing? Can we have some other solution to solve the problem? So like this, if we are solving any project, there are many ways to solve the project, but we have to think all the ways. Then we can choose the efficient way to do that project.
What was your reaction when you first heard about getting the Siemens opportunity?
When I completed my course, then I was in doubt, like, am I ready or not? But after completing my course, I revised all the topics. I revised all the projects. Then when I heard about the company, Siemens is coming, I go through the complete job description, what skills are required, and am I ready for that skills? So as I said that after completing my course, I was revising all the topics. I was revising basically all the topics, but when I got to know about the Siemens is coming, so I revised topics which are required for the company profile.
Any lessons during your course that helped you during your interviews?
Here I want to mention one thing, which is mock interviews. If we are learning concept, now we know how we can apply this. But what if we are not able to present? If we are giving an interview, but we know what is the concept where we can use this, but if we are not able to present in front of someone, so again it's kind of useless thing. So I gave some mock interviews. So then my mentors told me that you can improve this part. So for each and every module I gave a mock interview, which helped me to shape me good for interview.
What advice would you give to beginners aspiring in embedded systems who feel uncertain?
Learn the basics, then you can start with some practicing questions. So practice questions, you can practice the assignments. The assignments which Emertxe is providing is covering all complete variety of you are learning anything. If you are learning C programming, so you have some basic problems like Fibonacci series. Normally you do positive Fibonacci, but here you can also do negative Fibonacci. Then you can perform the same program in using the loops, and as well as you can perform in recursive way that same problem after doing the assignments. One more thing which is very, very, very much important is projects. So projects taught us how we can perform the same thing in our practical life, and what challenges we are going to face. When you are doing any project, you will face some challenges. By facing the challenges and by clearing the challenges, you will get to know more clear picture about the things you are learning.
How was your interview experience, including any challenges or setbacks?
Before giving interview at Siemens, I gave some mock interviews at Emertxe. At my first interview, I was not able to structure frame my answers, as I was not able to represent it properly. So after my first mock interview, my mentor told me you can tell this thing by giving an example of this way, and don't just tell the concept. Apart from concept, try to give an example, a real life example.
What does securing a job at Siemens mean to you looking back on your journey?
Basically, it is like a dream for me. When I look back, I was not skilled much. Siemens is my dream company, and I got an embedded software role. This is again my dream job role, and Emertxe helped me so much to shape me to get perfect for this role, and finally I got selected for Siemens.
What's the one do and one don't you advise anyone succeed in their career?
2 key messages that I want to share to my juniors and my friends. When you are working on someone, many times things will not go according to you want. Each day is not same for us. We have 5 fingers, all are not same. If you are like studying a day 8 hours a day, next day you are not able to work for 8 hours, you are just studying for 4 hours, it's okay. Demotivation is also a part of our success, and failures are also a part of our success. Like we can learn from our failures, we can face our challenges, and by working on them we can get succeed.